Imagine this. You walk into a gym and see two people side by side. One is jogging endlessly on a treadmill, dripping sweat, looking exhausted. The other is calmly lifting weights, resting between sets, and somehow they're the one getting stronger, leaner, and even burning calories long after they've left the gym. Here is the kicker. Studies show that adults who include strength training just 2 days a week not only build muscle, but also reduce their risk of chronic diseases, boost metabolism, and even live longer. So if you've ever thought strength training is just for bodybuilders, stick around. By the end of this video, you all know exactly why lifting weights, or even using your own body weight, might be the single most powerful investment you can make in your long-term health. Why strength training matters in America. Today, let's face it, modern life in the US doesn't exactly set us up for strength. Most of us spend long hours sitting at desks, driving in cars, or scrolling on our phones. Add in stress, poor sleep, and the convenience of fast food, and it's no surprise that nearly 3 out of 4 American adults are overweight or obese. Cardio gets a lot of attention, and don't get me wrong, walking, jogging, or biking is fantastic for heart health. But here's what often gets overlooked. Strength training is equally important, and in some ways, it's a secret weapon for fighting back against modern health challenges. The CDC recommends adults do muscle strengthening activities at least twice a week, but only about 30% of Americans actually follow through. That means most of us are missing out on benefits that go far beyond toned arms or six-pack abs. Boosting metabolism and burning fat. Here is something most people don't realize. Muscle is your body's most metabolically active tissue. That means the more muscle you have, the more calories you burn, even when you're just sitting on the couch. Think about it like upgrading from an old flip phone to the latest smartphone. Muscle is the new hardware that makes your metabolism run faster, smoother, and more efficiently. For example, a pound of muscle burns around 3 times more calories at rest than a pound of fat. That might not sound like much, but over time, it adds up. Especially when combined with the afterburn effect, where your body continues to burn calories for hours after a strength training session. So if weight loss or fat management is one of your goals, strength training isn't optional. It's essential. Start simple with body weight moves like squats, push-ups, and planks. No gym required. Protecting your heart and preventing chronic disease. Here is where it gets really interesting. Strength training doesn't just make you look better. It helps you live better and longer. Research has shown that regular resistance training can reduce your risk of heart disease, type 2 diabetes, and even certain cancers. How? Because lifting weights improves insulin sensitivity, lowers blood pressure, and reduces harmful belly fat, the kind most strongly linked to disease. One study even found that just 1 hour of strength training per week was linked to a 40–70% lower risk of heart attack and stroke. That's huge. Real-life example. Think about someone in their 40s juggling a busy career and family life. They don't have hours to spend on cardio machines, but just 2 short sessions of resistance training per week could dramatically lower their long-term health risks. Building strong bones and preventing injuries. If you've ever worried about getting older and losing independence, listen up. Strength training isn't just about muscles, it's about bones. After the age of 30, most adults start losing muscle mass and bone density every year. By the time we hit our 50s or 60s, this decline can lead to osteoporosis, fractures, and mobility issues. But here's the good news. Strength training puts stress on bones in a healthy way, stimulating them to get stronger. Kind of like how lifting weights makes your muscles grow. This means fewer falls, fewer broken bones, and a greater chance of staying active as you age. Quick analogy. Think of your bones like a savings account. Every time you do resistance training, you're making a deposit that will protect you later in life. Mental health and stress relief. We often think of exercise as just physical, but the mental health benefits of strength training are massive. Studies show that resistance training can reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression, improve sleep quality, and even sharpen focus and memory. Think about the stress relief you feel after a tough workout. The endorphins kick in, your confidence grows, and suddenly, that work email or family drama feels a lot more manageable. Real-life case. A 2018 Harvard study found that participants who strength trained regularly reported feeling less stressed and more resilient, even during high-pressure situations. And let's not forget the confidence boost. When you feel stronger physically, you naturally feel more capable in other areas of life too. Function, independence, and quality of life. Here's a question. Do you want to be the grandparent who struggles to carry groceries, or the one who plays tag with the grandkids in the backyard? Strength training is the difference. It helps with everyday activities like lifting boxes, climbing stairs, and even getting up from a chair without pain. As we age, muscle strength directly impacts independence. Stronger people stay mobile longer, avoid nursing homes, and maintain dignity and freedom. Practical advice: you don't have to deadlift 300 pounds. Even small, consistent movements, like resistance band exercises at home, make a huge difference over time. Breaking myths and getting started. Let's clear up a few common myths. Strength training will make me bulky. Wrong. Unless you're eating in a massive calorie surplus and training like a competitive bodybuilder, you'll get leaner, not bulkier. I'm too old to start. False. Studies show people in their 70s and even 80s can build muscle and strength. I need fancy equipment. Not true. Your body weight, resistance bands, or even household items like water jugs can be enough. Getting started. Aim for 2 sessions per week. Begin with compound movements, like squats, push-ups, rows, or deadlifts, that work multiple muscles at once. Focus on proper form, not heavy weights at first. So let's recap. Strength training boosts metabolism and burns fat. It protects your heart and lowers chronic disease risk. It strengthens bones and prevents injuries. It supports mental health and reduces stress. It preserves independence and quality of life as you age. Here's the bottom line. Strength training is for everyone, not just athletes or bodybuilders. It's one of the most powerful tools you have to take control of your health, your body, and your future. So ask yourself, what's one simple exercise you can commit to this week? Maybe push-ups before breakfast or squats during commercial breaks. Start small and build momentum. If this video gave you a new perspective on strength training, hit that like button. Want more science-based health tips? Subscribe to Day Champion and turn on notifications. And share this with someone who thinks cardio is the only way to stay healthy. I'll thank you later. Remember, you're stronger than you think, and every rep is an investment in a healthier, longer, and more powerful life.